what you need to know about the Oasis reunion in Cardiff.
Tell me what I need to know.
Well, this is another attack of the old terribly written article, from what I can gather.
Fantastic. We love these.
So it's been almost 16 years since Oasis last performed live, following the band's dramatic split up in 2009 after a backstage bust up. But stop crying your heart out, because Liam and Noel are reuniting, and Cardiff is the first stop on their highly anticipated comeback tour. It doesn't get any better than that, by the way.
Oh.
It's further downhill following that. First 2 nights of the 41 date run of gigs. I didn't realise they were doing that many.
I didn't actually.
I thought it was like 2 or 3 gigs. The first of 41 dates will be at the Principality Stadium on the 4th and 5th of July, so Friday and Saturday. Why is the Oasis reunion such a big deal? Well, some might say the Gallagher brothers have been a defining soundtrack to their lives ever since Oasis' debut album, Definitely Maybe, dropped in August 94. The band's last solo album, Dig Out Your Soul, which was a pile of shite, was released in October 2008.
Does it say that?
No, I added that bit in.
Oh.
In October 2008, just months before things came crashing to a halt in 2009. They broke up in Paris, apparently.
Yeah. Something to do with a broken guitar or
yeah,
something.
They've been publicly feuding for years, it goes on to say. It's
Why didn't they just roll with it?
I had to check because I wasn't sure. I was under the impression that it was the entire original lineup, or not quite original lineup, but very early lineup, playing this tour. And we're semi-right. And thanks to our AI overview from Google, we can confirm that the Oasis reunion for 2025 tour includes the Gallagher brothers, which is good, along with original members Bonehead, Gem, and Andy Bell. Drums by Joey Waronker, who is ex of REM.
Yep. And Bet.
Yes, and a number of others, actually, including Liam Gallagher and John Squire, that weird little hookup they did recently.
Yeah.
Which musically, it just wasn't there for me.
I could do without it.
Yeah, but Joey Waronker, obviously not being a original or former member, is a new addition, and a bit of a. It feels like a strange one until you see that he's already worked with Liam Gallagher. So he's got around.
You play with the Beach Boys as well, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. So what are your thoughts on that then, on the lineup?
The drummer's a step up from Tony McCarroll. I think I would have liked to see Alan White back there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Alan White. I don't know why. I thought it was the whole set. It was like all of them, and that was the whole point of it.
They might bring him out. To
maybe he's doing some dates further down the line or something. I'm almost certain.
I don't know. Yeah, I think, wouldn't it have been lovely if Tony McCarroll, all the original members could have got back together and done this, and then they knock it on the head, call it a day, and that. But what you can probably bet is that they are going to record new material. And it'll sound just like Liam Gallagher's solo albums.
Yeah, and Noel's.
And
it's going to be a mix up of the two, isn't it? And I've got to be honest, I haven't really liked anything either of them have done since probably the 90s. I like Oasis. You can't not like them. They've written some of those classic tunes that form part of Britpop, but not just that. They were like the soundtrack to the 90s, weren't they? Like that article said, like they are massive songs. You can't really not like Live Forever. You can't really not like Champagne Supernova, and Whatever is a great track. They've got too many great tracks for you not to like them.
They have. I found, well, the first 3 albums, of course, I thought were really good. As much as Noel tries to say, oh, I hated Be Here Now, I thought it was a good album. It wasn't until the critics started saying how shit it was that suddenly it was the worst album that had ever been produced. It was the sound of men on cocaine and stuff. But I think it produced a load of hits. It was I think it's good. I think it matches with their first two albums. I think it was really good. After that, I completely lost interest, I've got to say, in Oasis. I'm not saying they were bad. I just think that it was for the fans then. It was like, if you were a super fan, you would enjoy the other albums. But I can't think of a song that was a standout track for me after those albums.
Yeah, no, I'm inclined to agree with you. Definitely Maybe It is a great album.
Yep.
And then What's the Story is the next one, isn't it? And then Be Here Now. And like, I'm looking at the song list now for Be Here Now. And do you know what I mean? Yeah, My Big Mouth. I can't really remember that one.
It's a good track.